Hi everybody, Donnie Collins here with Big Time Events DJ. Today I am in Ludowici, Georgia at the Forrest Pond Lodge for a wedding ceremony and reception. We've completed the ceremony already, and what's been interesting about today is it was going to be outside for the ceremony and then downstairs for the reception. Dinner was going to be in here, and it is in here, but the weather is really cold and rainy today. It's cold for South Georgia at least for this time of year, but it's very rainy. So as of a couple of days ago, they decided to move everything inside this area here. So the ceremony was right back over here a little earlier. I've got my ceremony rig here. We used the wireless mics off of that, and I plugged it into my main system. And the dining is all out here, so that's where a lot of the guests sat during the ceremony. And this will be the dance floor in just a little bit. I do have most of my uplighting out. I've got my 2 wash lights out, but I did not use the moving heads in here today just because I wasn't exactly sure where everything was going to be. So just to kind of make my footprint as small as possible, I decided to not use the movers in here today. Right now we're in cocktail hour. That should go on for just a little bit more. The guests are mingling and visiting with each other. And in a little bit we should have special dances and start up dinner and then dancing after that. Okay, I'll be back in just a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have been waiting for has finally arrived. It's time for our grand entrance. If you are ready to kick off this celebration, I would like to hear you make some noise! Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Jacob Brown. And we're going to ask them to have their first dance as husband and wife. Gentlemen, the party is not over. I want to make sure we get that clear, but we're going to be doing a staged exit out those doors and down those stairs. So we need everybody to make your way out there. And I believe they're going to have sparklers. So just get on both sides and follow the directions that you're going to get right out there. So everybody head that way out the double doors. We're going to do the stage, big exit, and then come back in here for some more dancing, all right? I'll be right here.
So this venue is Forrest Pond Lodge in Ludowici, and I've been here several times before, but it's probably been at least a year and a half since I've been here. And again, like I mentioned earlier in the video, everything had to be moved inside because it was really rainy and cold today. I'm set up in a pretty small area, but it's actually gone great. We did the ceremony in here, all the food, dancing, and it's been really good so far. All right, they're coming back in, so here we go.
round of applause, everybody, for our dancers. Great job there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got something very special that we are going to do right now. This is normally where we would toss the bouquet, but what we want to do is to bring Miss Liz onto the dance floor at this time. So where's Miss Liz? We would like you on the dance floor. And everybody listen very carefully. I'm going to be reading on behalf of Brooke right now. So everybody listen very carefully. I'm reading this on behalf of Brooke. Okay, here we go. Hi everyone. Before we move on, I want to take a moment for someone incredibly special. On a wedding day, the mother of the bride usually doesn't get a spotlight. There's no entrance, no dance, just for her, even though she's often the one who has carried so much of the weight that has brought us to this day. Her strength and her heart have shaped the mother and the woman I am today. So tonight, instead of a bouquet toss, I want to honor her. Mom, this bouquet is for you, and every sacrifice, every late night worry, every moment you showed up, and every bit of love you poured into me and my babies. Thank you for being my constant, my example, and my safe place. I love you more than words can say.
Once again, Donnie Collins here with Big Time Events DJ tonight. I was at Ludowici, Georgia at the Forrest Pond Lodge. Everything went awesome. Again, this was a ceremony, dinner, reception, the whole wedding, and it was great. Great couple, great guests, great venue. I do have, it's going to take me a little, it's going to take me a little while to load out, but shouldn't be too bad, so I'll be home before too long. All right, once again, that's it for Donnie Collins here in Big Time Events DJ. Take care and see you next time. Bye-bye.